There's this one habit that has changed a lot for me. Loads of my addiction, especially the phone addiction, it it took me a lot of time to conquer it, but I started doing this one thing. It takes 10 minutes by the way, every day. And now it has been way more easier for me to stay out of my phone. I'll talk about the habit and I'll teach you how to do it, but I just want to talk about the addictions that it got me through, like the phone addiction, right? It is so normal for us to like just pick up phone. It all stopped for me. It all stopped for me. Like even if I grabbed phone, like the consciousness got so strong because of it that like I immediately kept it down. I realized it like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? It did not matter how much I tried. Even then, like I was not able to do this, but like just adding this one habit that takes 10 minutes, so many of my addiction is gone. Like even today, I was writing script for this video, right? I started writing. The YouTube tab was open, right? Like the YouTube tab was open. My dopamine receptors, like they just wanted to see videos, and I went there. I was going there, but immediately, my hands actually went to the closed bar, like like the closed section, and it closed it because like the consciousness of my brain has gotten so strong, like just doing that habit that now I'm very aware of what the fuck I'm doing. Like most of us are not aware what the fuck we are doing. Like that's truth. That's an absolute truth. Most of us are not aware of what we are doing. And this builds your consciousness. And the habit that I'm talking about is meditations. I know you probably know about this, and if you do it, you should probably leave this video, but you probably don't do it. That's why you're still watching, right? You're still here with me now. Most of us people know meditation and we've heard about it from lots of people, but I don't think people realize the fucking power of it, bro. It was so hard for me. It was so fucking hard for me to leave my fucking phone away. It was genuinely fucking difficult for my brain because like my brain was fucked with like dopamine, like fucking phone. And now I've noticed like it's gotten so much easier. And it's because it like the meditation, it builds your consciousness. And I'll explain to you how it does that, like how you have to practice. I'll explain all of it. So like watch, okay? First, let's talk about what it actually does. There's two sectors that I have to explain here. First thing, how meditation works is like that. See, there's two parts of your brain. Like there's this evil side, there's your angel side. Okay, like you have these both sides. Now we know which is good, which is bad. But the thing is that we are so hooked to dopamine that the devil side can just control us a lot. And what it does that when you meditate through a certain method that I will teach later on, like in this video, what happens is that it just suppresses that fucking plays down and your angel gets awakened, okay? Now, to explain it in more detail is that it builds your consciousness. Now, why is consciousness important? I've talked about consciousness a lot in this video. Why is it important? Understand. Here's the thing. Human objective is to solve problems. The people who are most successful, they solve problems if you think about it. Now, what's a method of solving problems if you think about it? It's two parts. It's learning, you have to learn how to solve it, and then you have to implement whatever you have learned. So now you can solve it, right? And these both parts, the learning part, the implementing part, it takes energy. Energy could be said is like your physical attributes, like your muscles being used for examples, or is your brain being used, so like your mental capacity, all of these capacities together, right? And the person who can use his energy in the most efficient way will be successful. Mark my fucking words. The person who can use his energy most efficient way will be successful. You and me are given some tasks, right? You and me. We both do the task, but it takes me 5 hours more and 5 hours less. Who was more efficient? It was you, because you used your energy in correct method. The way to get efficient with using your energy is through consciousness. Because if you do not have consciousness, you might get mentally like a bit stiff, and you like just to get a little ease off, you like fucking pick phone and like fucking start using it like a dickhead, right? That's what happens. And the thing that completely like starts stopping it is meditation, because your consciousness will get higher, okay? And you will realize, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? I should not be doing this. And you'll not do it. Hopefully you're understanding what I'm trying to say. Like I really hope you do. Consciousness is extremely important. If you read the book of Dan Coe, and if you like just learned from him, like Dan Coe, you'll realize like how fucking truth that is, like how powerful consciousness is. It's absolute truth. Consciousness is everything. Consciousness is generally everything. And you have to master it. The person who will master consciousness will be way more successful than some ordinary fucking kid. Okay? It's not going to take you a lot of time. 10 minutes. And now let's talk about how you have to do it. So the thing is, you sit down, right? Like your back is to the bed and your legs are to the bed, right? And the thing you have to do is that close your eyes and you start like breathing. Do it with me if you want. No, do it. Fucking do it. Breathe in with me. Breathe out. Now, when you do this, the thing you have to do is that you have to feel your body and you have to feel your breath. Feeling the breath is the most important. You could say that you have to narrow down your focus to your breath. Everything should be related to your breath. You should feel how it's going in, how it's going out. And now what will happen is that your brain will begin to get distracted, right? Your brain will begin to distract. It will think about some random shit of your day, like throughout the day, or some random topic. Your duty then is to get your brain back to fucking focus. That's the practice. That's like the repetition you're doing. Like that's like the bicep curls that you're doing. And bicep curls, you do this, right? The same way, what you're doing here is that whenever your mind gets distracted, you're getting it back to focus. And that's like one repetitions and more repetitions. And when you're doing this, you're training your brain to be more conscious. If you think about it, it completely makes sense. If you're understanding what I'm trying to say, it makes sense. That's what's happening. And that's how meditation makes you fucking strong. Your objective is to always get your focus back. And when you do this behavior of like, you're distracted, you're not back, distracted, back, that's how you'll get better. Initially, it will be hard as fuck. Oh my god, bro, I remember the first time I did it, it was so fucking painful to meditate. Those 10 minutes were fucking awful. But if you do this for a few months, you won't even realize, by the way, that's one thing. So you might not feel powerful initially. It will be like after 2 months, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Where are my addictions? That's how I felt it. And that's how you'll feel it. It's pretty normal. And just do it. 10 minutes, bro. I'm asking you 10 minutes. And initially, and like overall, after a while, you'll actually start liking it. Because simply of the fact of like, we are so hooked to dopamine, right? Like you watch fucking dopamine all the time. So honestly, that like the simple 10-minute session where there's no dopamine and you're just fucking human, it kind of feels good, right? Start doing meditation. I'd suggest you like leave this video, like stop it and like just go for meditation. Okay. And yeah, that's the video. Hopefully you learned the fucking importance. You knew what meditation was. You never used it. Now you do. Do it. Use it. It's fucking useful. Okay, hopefully you learned something. And that's it. Bye.